This is Sarah Sheik coming to you live, and it has been a few days since we have chatted. And I just want to share with you guys what's kind of been going on in my world and why I've been a little bit radio silent. And I'm going to tell you kind of what happened. Well, the first thing is I do work as a teacher. So this is teacher workshop week. So there's been, um, I've had an open house at my school. My kids have had open houses at their school, plus football practice, plus just all the things and then going to work since I haven't been to work in 3 months. So there's just been a lot going on, but there's more. There's more. I'm going to show you this phone. Isn't it a nice, lovely phone? Well, let me try to turn it on for you. Oh, it's not working. So that's what happened on Sunday night. I My phone screen just went black and I haven't been able to see anything on my phone. Now, my phone, the volume is still on, it's still working. So I can hear people like pinging and notifications and just all kinds of stuff. But this phone is just not, it's it's going to be replaced. We're in the process of replacing it right now. So it's just not working. And then there has been a lot of like drama. I'm just going to say it like that with my school. There always is. Let's be honest, teaching is just not what it used to be. And it's time to take that step out and do something different. But so there's just been a lot of things that have happened. So I'm going to tell you some tips and some things that you can do that when it feels like everything is crushing in on you and you just don't know what to do, that you can find a way to like look on the bright side and not do it in a fake it till you make it kind of way, but instead really feel into the energy of everything's going to be okay. It's all going to work out. The best things work out for me. So, the very first tip is feel the feels. So, I'm going to tell you on Sunday night, I was crying a lot. There was a lot of things that happened with my job. Like I got a phone call after 5 o'clock on Friday night. Who wants that the weekend before you go back to work? Obviously, it's not good news if you get that phone call. So I got that phone call and I was like, okay, we can deal with this. And then just things like just the stress of going back to work, the stress of everything that was part of that phone call, the stress of my phone quitting, the stress of um, baking and cooking and doing things to prep for the week. It just kind of got to me. And my emotions were really like big. So just feel into the emotions and it's okay. I was crying and not just regular crying where, oh, you just look cute and like then your husband gives you a hug and you just feel better and you move on. Not that kind of crying. I was ugly crying, like tears streaming down my face. There was like hyperventilating crying, like I couldn't catch my breath. And I just had to feel into all of those feelings and just validate within myself that it's okay. And then as I was feeling into those feelings, one of the things I like to do is also just remember the flip side of those feelings. So if I have the capacity to feel so big and to cry so much and to just hold that within me, then I also have the capacity for the exact opposite. So that much joy and gratitude and all of those really positive emotions. So knowing that also gave me something to feel grateful for. So that's tip number one, really feel those feels and really sink in and love through it, because that's the only way to just really work through it. If we bottle up those emotions, then they're going to stay there and they're just going to bubble up and keep bubbling up until they escape. But if we can feel through it and love through it, then we're going to work through those emotions and be able to transmute it and get to that next level. So that is tip number one. Tip number two is, honestly, I've been doing a lot of meditating. I always do meditation, so it's not something new for me. But as I was having some of those days, especially these first couple of days of being back to work, taking time to, it's not always running through a big meditation and doing the whole thing. Sometimes it's just taking a few deep breaths and just doing the visionary work of, where do I see myself in 3 months? Where do I see myself in 6 months? What does that feel like? How am I going to be there and like get all those sensory images in my mind, and do that a few times a day, plus do an actual strong meditation. You guys know I really like Dr. Joe, so I like to do the Dr. Joe meditations. They're just some of my favorites. They really get me in that heart center and that brain and heart coherence. And that also helps me work through things, because I am envisioning what I am desiring to call into my world and aligning that with my vibration so that it magnetizes to me. So that is tip number two, do some meditation. And tip number three, probably the reason that I'm wearing this shirt, this is one of my workout shirts, um, is to just get out there and move your body. One of the reasons, I mean, I know I signed up for Body because of the company, because of the just atmosphere and moving your body and being healthy. And I am just really into biohacking, but I'm going to let you guys know a little secret. At the beginning of every school year, this happens to me every year, and it has happened to me for probably like 10 years, like for as long as I can remember. The beginning of every school year, I stop. I get stressed out. And instead of doing my workouts and moving my bodies and focusing on my nutrition and getting my mind on things that make me feel better, I revert back to doing other things. So it might be like going out to eat a lot. That upsets my stomach so much. You guys don't even know. I actually do not really like going out to eat that much. We do it a lot because of convenience in my family, but it makes me feel like garbage. So, working out is one of the ways that I am staying true to myself for the next, well, I'm continuing it on this journey, because I always step into the workout mode around November, December timeframe, but I always drop it for September and October. So I am just stepping up to be true to who I am, and my future self is already thanking this version of me that is stepping up. So, those are the three tips that, if you are just having a lot of stuff come to you, that you can just do. It doesn't take a lot of time, but it's going to help you work through that. And again, one, feel the feels, just really feel it in your heart and love yourself through it. Two, do some meditating, even if that meditating is just visualizing in your head. And number three, move your body. Get out there, do a workout, go for a walk, do something that makes you feel like, oh, okay, I got this. I can do this. This is in my control, that I can go out and do something that makes me feel better. So that is what I'm going to be able to, what I'm going to do. And I'm going to walk through it with you guys. I'm going to keep moving my body, and I'm going to focus on my nutrition. So if you guys already watched this video all the way through now, it is about 9 minutes. Drop a heart emoji, because I am super proud of you, and try those steps. And I will talk to you guys soon. And I love you all. Bye.